The endocrine system is in charge of chemical regulation and consists of a number of glands throughout the body. These glands secrete chemicals called hormones that act as messengers within the body. The glands of the endocrine system secrete their hormones directly into the bloodstream and depend on the circulatory system to deliver the hormones to the target cells. Because the hormones circulate throughout the body, they must be highly specialized so they only generate a response in specific tissues called target tissues. The actions of the endocrine system are coordinated by the brain, specifically a part called the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus receives information from various parts of the nervous system and relays the information to the pituitary gland located just below it. The pituitary gland, in turn, is stimulated to secrete one of many hormones it produces that control the other glands of the endocrine system. Because the pituitary gland is in charge of all the other endocrine glands, it is referred to as the master gland. If the endocrine system were a ship, the pituitary gland would be its captain. Among the hormones produced by the pituitary gland is thyroid-stimulating hormone, which stimulates the thyroid gland located in the neck just below the voice box. The thyroid gland in turn produces thyroxine, a hormone that controls metabolism. If the thyroid gland is not functioning properly, a person can have trouble with their body weight, since thyroxine levels would not be correctly regulating metabolism. Located within the tissue of the thyroid gland are 4 small glands called parathyroid glands. The parathyroid glands use parathormone to regulate calcium and phosphorus levels in the blood. Calcium and phosphorus are important in bone formation. Another hormone produced by the pituitary gland is adrenocorticotropic hormone, which stimulates the adrenal glands located on top of the kidneys. When stimulated, the adrenal glands produce adrenaline and cortisol, which prepares you for emergency action. This so-called fight-or-flight response is the adrenaline rush you feel when you are startled or in a stressful, tense situation. Your heart races, and your blood pressure and breathing rate increase. The pituitary gland also produces follicle-stimulating hormone, which travels to the gonads. In males, the testes, and in females, the ovaries. In females, follicle-stimulating hormone stimulates the ripening of a follicle in the ovaries. The follicle contains an egg that will be released during ovulation. In males, follicle-stimulating hormone stimulates the testes to produce sperm cells. Reproduction is highly regulated by hormones. You will take a more in-depth look at the reproductive system in a later unit. Yet another hormone produced by the pituitary gland is growth hormone, which stimulates various structures in the body and promotes cell division. Cell division allows the body to grow. You can see that the pituitary gland produces a variety of hormones and is in charge of quite a few other glands of the endocrine system. But not all endocrine glands are stimulated by the pituitary. Some glands are stimulated by factors in the environment. The islets of Langerhans in the pancreas respond to glucose levels in the blood. High glucose levels in the blood, like right after a meal, stimulates the pancreas to produce insulin. Insulin is a hormone that causes the body to store excess glucose in the liver and muscles to bring blood sugar back down. If blood sugar dips too low, the pancreas is stimulated to produce glucagon. Glucagon is a hormone that signals the body to release glucose into the blood to bring blood sugar levels back up. While the islets of Langerhans respond to blood chemistry, the pineal gland, found in the brain, responds to light levels. When light levels are low, like in the evening, the pineal gland is stimulated to produce melatonin. When light levels are high during the day, the pineal gland stops producing melatonin, and melatonin levels decrease. Melatonin, therefore, helps to set the body's internal clock and the sleep-wake cycle. Melatonin has a second job of preventing the pituitary gland from making follicle-stimulating hormone and delaying puberty in children. The thymus gland is found in the upper chest and contributes to the development of the immune system in children. As you age, the thymus gland shrinks and its functionality decreases. All the endocrine glands in your body work to maintain homeostasis using a feedback system similar to a thermostat. Oftentimes, the body uses two opposing hormones to maintain balance. For example, the islets of Langerhans in the pancreas produce insulin and glucagon to keep blood glucose levels stable. If blood glucose levels get too high, insulin helps to bring it back down. If blood glucose levels get too low, glucagon is released to bring it back up. This type of feedback system is called a negative feedback system. In a negative feedback system, anytime levels stray from where they are supposed to be, the system works to correct it and bring levels back to normal. You can see how the endocrine system functions like a thermostat. It is so important to maintain balance in the body, and the endocrine system accomplishes this job beautifully.